Okay, just hold your thoughts there, Sagrika. I know Priyanka Chaturvedi wants to come in, and Ms. Chaturvedi, I'm going to give you a chance to speak right now. But Priyanka Chaturvedi, I have a direct question for you also. Priyanka Chaturvedi, I'll let you answer, but I also have a direct question for you right now. What has changed? Why are you aligning with Lalu Yadav, who's tainted, who's got these corruption charges, that he needs to come clean on? I mean, Rahul Gandhi did tear that ordinance, did he not? What has changed today? Is this not political opportunism as well?
No, this is not political opportunism. Firstly, let me answer what Ms. Sagrika was talking about. She spoke about an image that Mr. Nitish Kumar has in the minds of the people. I don't know what image she's talking about, because in 2002, the plank that Mr. Nitish Kumar made to object to Mr. Narendra Modi, he continued being in alliance with the NDA government, continued being a part of the Vajpayee government to be in power and share the spoils of power. It is only in 2014 where he felt he could be a challenger to Mr. Modi and his style of governance, is when he chose to separate from, the Modi juggernaut, as they say. So I don't know what image is she talking about, because the image that he tried to create was about an anti-communal agenda, and even about the corruption charges. Let's be very clear. In 2015, when this alliance came about, it wasn't a hidden fact about the challenges that this Mahagathbandhan would face. But the bigger challenge was to handle the communal agenda coming from the Bharatiya Janata Party, and how they were trying to subvert the constitution, subvert the democracy that prevails in the country. That is how this Gathbandhan came about. You read his tweets, you read his letter, you would understand what Mr. Nitish Kumar stood for. Unfortunately, today he stands for only sharing the spoils of power. Now you ask me a question about the Congress party. In terms of the Congress party, sorry, you said the Congress party was failing in keeping the alliance together. Was that your question?
No, I'm saying, why is the Congress party standing with Lalu Yadav today? He's got corruption charges that he needs to come clean on. Are you not anti-corruption? Because Rahul Gandhi did tear that ordinance in the previous UPA stint.
No, we are absolutely... Yes, absolutely. We are anti-corruption. We are the party that brought in RTI. This is a party which is in government right now, which is diluting the RTI provision and is diluting the transparency that is expected of governance. And let's be very clear, when we store off that ordinance, that was an ordinance where a particular elected representative was indicted of all his crimes. Here you have a whole lot of allegations against somebody. These allegations we have been hearing ever since, even when the Bharatiya Janata Party tried to create an anti-corruption plank against the UP alliance. They continue talking about an anti-corruption plank. But what have they done ever since they have come into power? These allegations do not mean an indictment. The Supreme Court, the courts of the country have to decide. The judicial process has to decide. So you cannot base your judgment on the basis of some allegations coming from your opposition. That is where Mr. Nitish Kumar has faltered, and his weakness clearly shows. So when you knew these allegations were in place in 2015, you were to fight this out. We have seen many governments facing these allegations which are anti-BJP. But here is a government which crumbled to the whims and fancies of the Bharatiya Janata Party and chose to align with them rather than stand tall and stand for the alternate idea of what we are proposing in the country.
Syed, Zafar Islam wants to come in, but I also want to ask a question to you and of the BJP, which is the point that Sagrika made as well, the greed for power. It's there's a pattern now. It's being repeated 3 states, and now this is the 4th state where the BJP, which does not have the mandate to govern, is governing. I mean, with 50-odd seats, the mandate in Bihar was against the BJP. And yet you have a BJP's leader as a deputy chief minister of the state of Bihar. Now, how are you going to justify this, Mr. Islam?
Sandeep, well, the differentiating factor between us and RJD and Congress is that they want to, they actually created Mahagathbandhan purely to rule in Bihar. They had lust for power. They wanted power, while we wanted to serve the people, and that's why when the people of Bihar were actually frustrated with the kind of development not taking place, and the agenda which the Gathbandhan had shown was not in place, and the law and administration was in a very poor state. That's when the people of Bihar felt that there should be a change, and that's when the Chief Minister felt that it is important for him and his party not to align with Congress and RJD, because RJD is deeply into corruption, and see the whole family is into some charges or the other, and the senior person of the family is already a convicted man. And the UPA, you know, the Congress, history of the Congress, they had been in power for 10 years. They are actually known as a party of they have done the maximum amount of corruption, and all these allegations are against them, and it's
you know, we can go on UPA's corruption charges. That's not the topic of the debate, Zafar Islam. Priyanka, I know you want to comment, but I have a question.
People of Bihar felt cheated.
Okay,
people of Bihar felt cheated because all they had promised that they will develop a lot of developmental activities in Bihar, but nothing had happened. And today we are in a position that
Priyanka Chaturvedi, I want Sagrika to comment.
The expectation,
Zafar and Priyanka, I'm going to interrupt you for a moment. I need to open it up. I need to get a word in from Sagrika as well. Sagrika, you were making a point, but Priyanka, I am going to interrupt you for a moment. We'll come to you, but let me get a word in from Sagrika. You heard Zafar Islam there, but you know the point about BJP and the way it's gone about, but also the larger point of this anti-Modi bloc, Mahagathbandhan. You know, a lot of the section of the political analyst community felt that this is a template for 2019. Is that broken? You know, has this proven the fact that you cannot get people? Yeah, go ahead, Sagrika.
Yeah, that, you know, that you put your finger on it, Sandeep, the anti-Modi bloc. You see, you cannot use anymore the politics of secular blackmail. That I will be corrupt, I will have cases against me, my sons will have Benami cases against me, Mr. Lalu Yadav has a fodder scam case against him, but everybody has to stand by him because I'm secular. You know, the secular narrative is a tattered, torn and exhausted narrative. Ms. Priyanka Chaturvedi is talking about the idea of India and liberal India and secular India. What does that mean to the people on the ground when they're seeing this liberal India and secular India compromised by rank corruption, rank graft, Benami transactions, Chara Ghotala, this scam, that scam? You cannot use the secular card as blackmail against Mr. Modi, as a rallying cry for Mr. Modi anymore. I think that is the big lesson that is coming. The discrediting of the secular blackmail, the politics of secular blackmail are not going to take you anywhere. The fact is, corruption is a bigger issue than secularism today. That's the issue. And the fact is that Mr. Nitish Kumar has realized that. And just for Mr. Lalu Yadav and the Congress party to say that we are anti-Modi, we are secular, but under the garb of this secularism, all forms of corruption have to be tolerated.
You can't go on being corrupt.
All forms of graft have to be tolerated. The voter is not buying that. So the anti-Modi bloc has to find a new narrative,
I get your point, Sagrika.
has to find a new language, and has to find a new way of expressing its opposition to Mr. Modi, not on this tattered, shop-worn, exhausted secularism which the voter is not buying.
Sagrika, hold your thoughts there. The opposition needs a new narrative, one that you're not bringing to the table, Priyanka Chaturvedi.
So, firstly, I'd just like to say something here. Perception is not built on the basis of allegation. Perception is built on the basis of judgment. And let us be very clear that we have a democracy which has a judicial process in place. And 2014 was a plank that Mr. Modi used against the UPA versus how he was a better alternative. He has a lot to answer for as far as Gujarat is concerned, Madhya Pradesh is concerned, Maharashtra is concerned, Chhattisgarh is concerned, as far as corruption is matters. And when we speak about the anti-secular or whatever Ms. Sagrika is trying to portray here, tomorrow she might just come and say that why do we even come and fight for a democracy? Tomorrow she might just come and say why are we even fighting for freedom of speech? Tomorrow she might come and justify why this is a torn and tattered idea of India. I'm sorry, these are some beliefs that people stand by, and if people believe that this is not an idea and Mr. Modi is the right idea, then let Bihar go in for a vote and choose who they want, rather than sitting here on television studios and deciding what the people of Bihar have chosen. People of Bihar definitely did not choose Nitish Kumar and the BJP alliance.
Right.
They chose an anti-BJP government, which was in the form of RJD, JDU. And
Right.
RJD, let me remind you, was the single largest party that was voted into power, followed by JDU,
Yes,
followed by
yes.
the Congress. So I do not know what are we here talking about, what the people of Bihar want. If people of Bihar wanted that,
I get
they
your
would
point.
have given Mr. Nitish Kumar the mandate that he
Right.
sought. He did not get that. So please, I think we need
So
to really
Right.
readdress
I'm
what the people...
I'm reasonably convinced with you that BJP was... I'm reasonably convinced with you that BJP was supposed to sit in the opposition. This is politics that they are on the ruling alliance today. But Pavan Varma, I have a question to ask of you. Nitish Kumar, was the biggest votary of this opposition unity. He then went on to say that the opposition is not offering a credible narrative. If a counter narrative doesn't really take off, the question is, do you start believing in a narrative that you insisted needed a counter to begin with? Isn't that political opportunism of the worst kind? Where is political ideology amidst this all?
I think in a democracy you need that. But I don't see how Mr. Nitish Kumar could help to construct this if in his own state, as Chief Minister, he condoned, he shut his eyes to the corruption going on in his own constituents who would be a part of a larger opposition unity. He believes in probity in public life. He believes that should be the plank, among others, of a future opposition unity. But if you can't do it in your own state, in your own government, and have tried all options and failed, how do you expect Mr. Nitish Kumar to pursue such a project when it means compromising his own principles and the principles that should back opposition unity?
All right, I'm afraid we're completely out of time. We'll have to end it there, Pavan Varma. Like we've been saying, there's a lot that the JDU has to answer. If there's one winner, it's the BJP. I mean, I think the jury's still out on where this will leave Nitish Kumar. I mean, people don't know what's going to happen to Nitish Kumar in 2019. But if there's one winner in this political potboiler, it's clearly the BJP. Even though the manner that this entire drama has unfolded somehow leaves a bad taste. Sagrika, Ghose, Priyanka Chaturvedi, Pavan Varma, Zafar, thank you so much for taking time out and joining us on the debate this evening on ET Now.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/ETNow.